Good morning, everybody. This is Lara from Pure Elliott Wave with your Monday to Friday update for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. The last completed candlestick for Bitcoin has got a huge bullish long lower wick. On my motive wave data, or my bar chart data, on motive wave, this looks like a dragonfly doji. So this is a bullish reversal pattern. Here it's in the context of a short-term pullback, so I'll read this as a bullish reversal pattern. The lower wick is very bullish. So we can have maybe a little bit of confidence that the pullback could be complete, but I want to see a breakout of the rectangle pattern on the daily chart before I really have confidence in that view. The last completed downward week came with a little bit of an increase in volume beyond the previous week, but overall, volume is declining overall as price moves overall lower. This little pullback has managed to pull ADX at the weekly time frame down from very extreme. It's now got a negative slope indicating at this time frame there's no longer a clear trend. At the monthly time frame though, there is still an upward trend. The pullback has pulled RSI down from overbought. It's back in neutral. There is again room for the larger upward trend to resume. It's pulled money flow down from overbought, which is now in neutral. Again, room for the larger upward trend to resume. ATR continues to show a strong increase even in the last downward week. Volatility at this time frame has not left the market. At the daily time frame, price remains within this rectangle pattern. I'm pulling the lower edge of the rectangle down to include most of this last little pullback. Bringing our attention back to Kirkpatrick and Dahlquist, I want to note that rectangles have a bad habit of producing false breakouts. It's one of the problems of these particular patterns. Last week's downward breakout below previous support quickly saw price revert back within the rectangle pattern just 2 days later, so this was a false downward breakout. That's a pretty common thing for rectangle patterns, so I'm increasing the lower edge of the pattern to include support about 58,000. Price is back within the rectangle pattern. We again need to see an upward or a downward breakout in order to have confidence that this consolidation is complete and the larger trend, most likely upward, has resumed. I will be expecting an upward breakout is very likely because my Elliott Wave analysis supports it quite strongly and technical analysis supports the Elliott Wave count. 2/3 of rectangle patterns, when they're coming in the context of an upward trend, will break out upward, so odds are it's most likely we're going to get eventually an upward breakout. Price moved back within the rectangle pattern with a wee increase in volume beyond the previous session, but for the last two completed sessions for the weekend, volume is really light, but it's Saturday and Sunday. That's pretty normal. I'm not going to read too much into that. Overall, as price continues sideways within the rectangle pattern, overall volume continues to decline. That is a pretty common feature of these patterns. We got a false downward breakout from price. We also had a false downward breakout from on-balance volume, and on-balance volume quickly returned back within its range. So I've redrawn the support line. You have to be a little bit flexible with on-balance volume support and resistance lines, and that bearish signal was very quickly negated almost one session later, so it didn't lead us too far astray. On balance volume is back within a highly technically significant range. I'll be watching this one very carefully this week for you. ADX is declining. There's no longer a clear trend at this time frame. RSI is neutral. Money flow is neutral. At this time frame, ATR is showing some decline as price is moving sideways. The Elliott Wave count for Ethereum, I'm a little bit skeptical about this one. It's expecting a new low to complete this double zigzag. W, X, Y, the first zigzag in the double. A, B, C is labelled minuet W. The double is joined by a 3 in the opposite direction labelled X. And now A, B, C. We need to see C complete lower to complete a second zigzag in the double to complete the pullback or correction for minute wave 2. For Ethereum, when this second wave correction is complete, then a third wave at minute, minor, intermediate, primary and cycle degree 5 degrees would be expected to begin upward. This downward channel will be pretty important for Ethereum. When we see a full green daily candlestick above the upper edge of this trend line and not touching this trend line, then I will have confidence that the pullback is complete and a third wave at 5 degrees is in its very early days. While that hasn't happened yet, invalidation point and risk remains the same. Minute 2 could continue lower, and I do expect for this wave count for it to continue a little lower. It may not move beyond the start of 1 below 1521.78. Daily technicals for Ethereum, it doesn't have a rectangle pattern. There's too much of a downward slope, and this is too long lasting to be a flag or a pennant. Flags and pennants are short-term continuation patterns. The best of them complete within 15 sessions. They really are short-term. You should only be looking at those on the daily time frame. If you're looking at something that looks like a triangle, look at it on the weekly time frame, and that's a much longer lasting pattern. They're either continuation or reversal patterns. At the last low for Ethereum, there's a really strong bullish hammer candlestick pattern, and prices move back above resistance at 3050, which now turns back to support, and now price is moving a little bit sideways for the weekend. That's pretty normal behavior. Upward movement does not have push from volume. Prices in a counter trend movement is mostly moving sideways with a lower bias, overall with declining volume. ADX is declining. There's no clear trend anymore for Ethereum at this time frame. RSI is neutral, as is money flow. There's a long way to go if a new trend does develop. And ATR is declining as price is still consolidating. XRP is essentially also consolidating with resistance in 54-55 cent area and support about 49 to 46 cent area. The last signal for moving averages here was a death cross. I don't give that a lot of weight. This on all the things on my charts, it's the moving averages which I give the least weight because they're such strongly lagging indicators. A 50-day and a 200-day average really lagging. There was a golden cross here, strong bullish signal, didn't yield higher prices. We saw lower prices, so that's a good example of why you shouldn't give them too much weight. Use them as a confirmatory tool, not as a leading indicator. Prices moving higher very slightly with declining volume. Not a lot of strength up off that last low for XRP, but that's actually pretty typical of cryptocurrency lows. On balance volume for XRP also has a nice little range. I'll be watching this carefully this week for a signal. We might get one. ADX is declining. There's no clear trend at this time frame. RSI is neutral, but it did reach oversold back here on the 13th of April, and that's one reason why I expect for XRP we're most likely to have a sustained low in place, because RSI doesn't tend to get oversold often at the daily time frame for this market. When it does, it tends to be associated with sustainable lows. Money flow is neutral, plenty of room to go for a trend in either direction to develop before either RSI or money flow reach extreme. ATR continuing to show some decline. If there is a low in place, which I expect is most likely for XRP, then we're not seeing much strength in early upward movement. Unfortunately, that's pretty common for cryptocurrencies. Their lows are really difficult to identify because they can be very weak up off their lows, and it might not be days or even weeks before you can see real strength and have real confidence that that low is going to be sustained. So you have to be really open-minded and flexible. Keep your eyes on the bigger picture. The bigger picture for Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're in upward trends. For XRP, it's in a huge sideways consolidation. I expect the breakout of that is most likely to be upward. That's it from me today with your quick update. I hope you all had a lovely weekend.